we have a question from Sean. Is Residio ever going to make a ProSIX device able to be erased after 24 hours? Having replaced the 6 series after a complete panel failure gets expensive.
All right. Sean, it's almost like I planted that question. Okay. So I appreciate you asking. So when you're doing ProSeries or you're doing the Vista H3, either one, okay, if you need to do a panel replacement, let's say Joe Burglar comes in and smashes it with a sledgehammer, okay, panel no worky, you got all kinds of ProSIX wireless devices, okay. This is originally in the plan, and it was executed originally with even Lyric, okay? So what you do is you go to the account overview page, you scroll down to the right, so I guess this would be the right for you. You scroll down, and on the right side of the control or the account overview page in the panel section, there's a button that says replace. If you click replace, it pops up a big list of instructions. Okay, you can read those. If you hit next or scroll down, it gives you the option or gives you the opportunity to put in the MAC address and the MAC CRC number of the new panel. Okay, now you go to the site. Maybe you're at the site already, don't know. You take the old panel down, it's trash, throw it in the trash, do whatever with it, recycle. Put the new panel up, get it all wired up, power it up. Okay, if it's a Vista H3, it's automatically going to do the registration. All right, if it's a ProSeries, you're going to go to the registration and hit the register button. Okay, it's going to register and it's going to download everything from the other system to the new system, including the encryption keys for the ProSIX wireless. Or if we go back to Lyric, even the just the straight 6 wireless, okay? Once that happens, this is where you don't want to make a mistake, okay? You need to let the system do what the system does. It needs to go out and find and communicate with all of its devices. So you can help it with that by going and tripping each device, but you can monitor it in the sensor page. So if you go to the menu and tap sensors, you can see each sensor as it's checking in. Okay, first it will check in, it will show you a low battery, then it will show you a signal strength, and then it will update the battery level to be correct as to what is in the in the field. Okay, do not go into programming until all sensors are complete. Okay, if you remember what I mentioned earlier about the account overview page, if you're setting on that page, it refreshes every 3 minutes. Guess what? You're in programming. If it refreshes while you're trying to learn its sensors, that can interfere and cause those sensors not to enroll. Okay, cause them not to find them. If it's just a few sensors on a system, you may not have experienced that. It sounds like you have experienced that if you knew about that option, because you don't have to replace the sensors. I got about 86 sensors. I used to have more, got low batteries, and I just deleted them in my system. Okay, I did a panel replacement recently, and doing that panel replacement, I made sure that I went through and just like I discussed just now, made sure that each device went in and worked properly. In fact, I videoed, set up a camera to video the screen while I was doing it. I haven't had a chance to do anything with that yet, but I will create a video that has that information and specific steps because it is important. And Sean, I really do appreciate you asking that question.
No further questions in the chat room.
No further questions. All right.
Thank you for attending Tech Talk with Troy today. We hope you found the session enlightening, and we look forward to you implementing these practices in your business. Keep an eye on your inbox for our next session's invite, and here's to your continued success.